Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My brother's on holiday, so a little solo episode looking at Man United's defensive issues this season under Ruben Amorim. Obviously, United played at the weekend against Nottingham Forest, who have been really struggling this season for goals and wins. They had 5 in 9 before Saturday, and then obviously got 2 in the 2-2 draw. Right, okay, so I want to talk about the 2 goals conceded against Forest, and also United as a whole this season defensively and the problems that they're having. In my opinion, it's still related to issues with the system. They still don't look comfortable. So yeah, let's get into it. So the 2 goals conceded, did a post game on this, looked at these 2 goals in a lot of detail, want to do that again. So looking at the first goal, got a freeze frame here of it. You have got it's another cross into the box. Obviously, Morgan Gibbs-White gets the goal. He beats Ahmad in the air. Looking at this, if you press, obviously it's a screenshot, you've got 4 Forest attackers. You've got 5 Man United defenders. Bruno, Shaw, Yoro, De Ligt, and Ahmad at the back post. Clearly, Ahmad has got 2 men on him. One of them scores. Yoro and De Ligt are competing with the same guy. And Bruno and Shaw are not picking up the guy behind them. They're picking up space. And then Buemo's on the edge of the box. Now, this is something that is continuing throughout the season and under Ruben Amorim in general, really, where there's no communication at all. Why is Ahmad not communicating that he's got 2 men? Because really, if Ahmad can pull Yoro in, Ahmad could pick up Hudson-Odoi, and maybe Yoro is picking up Gibbs-White, and the goal doesn't happen. And also at the front post, Luke Shaw picking up space. De Ligt, why are you not dropping into where number 19 is? Why are De Ligt and Yoro picking up the same guy? It's everyone's, again, disorganised, picking up the same guy. Guys open. This is consistent. Obviously, Gibbs-White beats Ahmad in the air. Ahmad at right wing back, we know he's out of position. He's not a defender. You do sort of pay for this because he does give you more offence, but you have to allow this. In this system, I don't love the system, don't love wing backs, but I'd rather Ahmad at wing back purely because he does give you something offensively where Mezraoui, Dalot, Dorgu do not. So, coming to the second goal. Okay. So, again, another cross in from the right-hand side of Nottingham Forest. A couple of minutes later, just conceded. This is really, really poor from United. You come out 1-0 up on the back of a 3-game win streak. You concede straight away after half-time. The goal we just looked at. A couple of minutes later, we concede again. Now, this is a little bit more concerning. This is something that I think is, again, they're confused. They don't know where they're meant to be. They don't know who they're picking up. And in a back 4, it's simple. The left back picks up the winger. The 2 centre-backs pick up the striker. The right back picks up the other winger coming in at the back post. This is just a shambles. Look here. Luke Shaw and Dalot have swapped. Dalot is where you would imagine the left centre-back would be. Luke Shaw, well, he's in no man's land, really. He's not really out on the cross, so you see Cunha sort of wandering over. No pressure on the cross. Cross comes in. You've got Casemiro, Yoro, De Ligt, Dalot against 2 Forest strikers, and Buemo's also stood there. Now, you think, numerically, we've got the advantage here. Now, ball comes in, Yoro goes up really soft, loses the header, turns his back, and you see number 37 there. He wanders past Dalot, first to react, goal, 2-1 down. Now, again, why are Dalot and Shaw in the wrong positions? Yoro's defending is pathetic, and that's obviously something he needs to look at. But again, if Shaw is where Dalot is, Shaw is a better defender and a better footballer. You like to think he would react quicker. Dalot is crap. I don't understand how this happens so consistently. You come to the goal we conceded at Brentford. I think it was the second goal. And yeah, screenshot below. Again, the same thing happened. Brentford in transition. De Ligt and Dalot swap on the transition. Dalot ends up at centre-back. They score off a rebound. And obviously we wanted to lose that game as well. Why is this happening? Is it just confusion? A ball goes over the top. They don't know where they're meant to be. Because that's the thing as your right centre-back and your left centre-back. Am I picking up the winger or am I picking up the striker? It's very difficult in a back 4. There was never confusion. You never had Gary Neville and Stam getting mixed up. Am I picking up him? Are you picking up him? You never had Patrice Evra and Vidic getting mixed up. No. It's simple. Evra picks up the winger. Vidic, you defend the striker in the box. I'd be very shocked if Evra and Vidic swapped the amount of times Dalot and a centre-back does in this system under Amorim. It's ridiculous and it's shit and we keep conceding. So yes, there is an organisation issue with this defence. But at the same time, the system is not helping. They're not comfortable in it. They cannot defend in this 3-4-3, 5 at the back, whatever it is. And that brings us to United as a general this season. So the 2 goals conceded at the weekend put us on 16 goals conceded in 10 games. Terrible. And let's be honest, that could be worse. City missed a hatful in the 3-0 loss, and Liverpool also only scored 1. They should have scored more. We know that, but we take it. We enjoy the win. So, however, despite those 2 results, we have only conceded 16. We're on pace to concede 60 goals this season, over 38 games. You might go small sample size, only 10 games. 10 games is a lot, man. And it's the same problems. It's not like we've had an anomaly game. We are shipping goals consistently. So, I don't know how he stops this with the system, because they can't defend in it. And that's the problem. And it's not going to get better unless he changes the system, in my opinion. It's been a year now. They still can't defend in this system. They're good players. De Ligt's had a good season. Yoro, a good prospect. Shaw, good footballer. Okay, Dallow's useless. It's not Dallow's fault we've conceded 16 this season and we're shipping chances like we do. So yeah, look, 16 goals. It's the 6th worst in the Prem. Terrible. Pace to concede 60 goals. Again, terrible. The XG against, 3rd worst in the league. The computer is saying we have got the 3rd worst defence in the league. Now, last season, we conceded 54 goals over 38 games. That's terrible. We finished 15th. This year, we're on pace to concede 60. The defence has got worse. The defensive record is worse this year than it is last. People can talk about all these improvements under Amorim this season. It's so much better. We've just got the same defensive issues. We've got the same issues in midfield. They get ran through. But the attack's better. You spent 200 million plus on 3 players, 2 of which are Prem proven and are very good in Cunha and Mbumo. I expect the attack to be better. So, really, what has Amorim done? He's not moving mountains here. The attack's got better because he spent 200 mil on it. The defence has got worse because they can't defend in his system. I'm just a little bit lost with all this. And you see at the weekend, we'd have lost that 4-1 last year. That's not meant to be good. 2-2 away against the team in the relegation zone for Manchester United is not a good result. We just won 3 in a row. Forest are having a season from hell. They're on their 3rd manager already, who, by the way, is Sean Dyche, who's not like the most attacking coach in the world. And they've scored 5 goals in 9 games this season, and they scored 2, should have scored, or at least should have had more chances than they did on Saturday. Same issues. Set pieces. We've conceded 5 this season already from set pieces. You know, last season we conceded 15 goals, which was the 3rd worst in the league. 5 this season, 5th worst in the league. It's just the same problems. Now, you could look at the Brighton goal of the week, corner, near post, nobody picking up. Look, is it just an issue with organisation? Is it the system? Is it a bit of both? I honestly don't know. I don't think they are comfortable in this system. And it's a very complex system to play, because your left centre-back, your right centre-back, sometimes they pick up the winger, sometimes they pick up the striker, sometimes they pick up the number 10. Amorim wants them to jump into midfield because Bruno and Casemiro getting ran through, and you saw more of that on Saturday. So, look, I don't honestly know how this stops or how this changes, because we've seen a year of it now, and the defence is worse. We're on pace to concede 60 goals this season. It's terrible. Stop flipping the narrative that Amorim has done this amazing training all week, no European football. You know, we're going to be a force to be reckoned with. Well, we're not. It can't stop goals going in with this 3-4-3. So let me know what you guys think. I mean, shared some of my thoughts there. The attack is better, but I'd expect it to be better. I don't think adding Cunha and Mbumo over Højlund and Garnacho is really rocket science stuff. It's quite simple, really. So what do you think about the defence? Am I too negative? Let me know in the comments. Appreciate it. If you like the video, hit the like, subscribe button. Really appreciate it. And we'll catch you on the next one.